Hey there, so if you're over 40, copying all the standard LinkedIn tips is probably killing your chances of standing out and growing your business. And as somebody who's juggled family life and midlife demands while generating millions in business opportunities through LinkedIn, I've discovered your real advantage is uniquely positioning yourself. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through exactly how to identify your standout positioning, master a simple process that's going to effortlessly attract ongoing high caliber opportunities. But let's jump in with the first and most important part, because if we don't get this right, then nothing else works. And what do I mean? Have you ever wondered how to position yourself in the sense of who you speak to and what you sell on LinkedIn? Because you could potentially do so many things for so many people thanks to all the skills and experiences you've built over the years. I was exactly the same. And when I was starting my business, I moved from targeting business problem to business problem, ideal client profile to ideal client profile. And I just felt like a leaf being blown around in the wind. And then I remember sitting on a call with a client and I asked her why she decided to move forward with me, expecting to hear something about my marketing. And you know what she said? She casually mentioned, you know what I really like about you, Mark? The way you talk about balancing business success with family time, because that's exactly how I feel. And this stopped me and got me thinking, because here I was trying to talk about my expertise in marketing, strategy, finances, content creation and all that. But what was actually connecting with my people was my perspective on something completely different. So think of your LinkedIn positioning like this. Business relationships don't just form over your niche and the problem you solve. They form over shared values, more specifically, views and values on how life should be lived and experienced. And so how do you do this? Just as a quick example, something like you see on screen, which is a standard generic headline, would become something like, I help family-oriented small business founders to reduce turnover so that they can work less hours, make more money, and do more of what they want. Something that speaks to where they're at in life that you are too. And now you're ready for step 2. And this is where a lot of people jump into posting content to try and land clients on LinkedIn. But for us over 40s, LinkedIn has a feature that none of the other platforms have to make it way easier to start conversations that have immediate trust and flow into landing clients. And that's right, it is about adding new people into your network. And I only discovered the way to do this after following all the standard conventional advice, which was, by the way, about as effective as shouting at the wind to telling it to stop blowing. Because everybody had told me to do a LinkedIn search for potential clients using like a keyword, like, I don't know, coach or vice president or something else generic. But it didn't work. Just because they fit my ideal client profile on paper didn't mean they had anything in common with me or interested in my services right now. And surprise, surprise, nobody responded. I was feeling down and I was about to give up, but then something really interesting happened. A connection request came in from somebody who I'd worked with at IBM way back when I started my career. The next day, another one came in from somebody who went to the same college as me. Not at the same time, but just the same college. And both turned into great conversations. Trust was instant and conversation flowed due to our shared past. And that's when it hit me. As an over 40, the answer to quick clients was right in my own background, and it is in yours too. You can use your age and experience as an advantage. I immediately ran a search for people that worked or went to college with me, and here's exactly how to do it. Type the company or the college, but here's the key. Don't choose one of the options that drops down, or that will bring up people that work there now. Instead, just press enter. Then filter for people that posted in the last 30 days, because we don't want to be chasing ghosts and we want to know people are active on the platform. That gives higher probability of quick wins. Then I like to go to seniority level wherever I'm targeting. If possible, also target local because we want small, narrow searches. All right, so now we have a load of connections and conversations. We need to do more to build trust. And you might be wondering, what's the best way to do that and stand out from all the noise and competition on LinkedIn? And that's right, it is content. But have you noticed how some LinkedIn content gets tons of engagement while others completely get ignored? I used to obsess over this thing of hacking the LinkedIn algorithm. I'd follow all these proven content templates, all the how-to posts, instructional guides, the 5 things you shouldn't do or have to do or supposed to do, thinking it demonstrated my value. But then I discovered something fascinating while watching my 5-year-old daughter, Sienna. She kept going under the sink where all the cleaning chemicals are stored, which of course is dangerous. And when I say to her, Sienna, you shouldn't go under the sink, it's dangerous, she'd ignore me and give me that look. She didn't like being told what to do. But here's the thing, when I said, Sienna, have you heard about the grumpy green monster under the sink who doesn't like to be disturbed? Her eyes went wide and she never went near it again. LinkedIn works exactly the same. Commands and telling people what they should do or what they're supposed to do create resistance, but stories create connection and change beliefs. And when I changed from telling people what they should do to sharing specific stories of my past, there was a huge jump in response rates. And so stop commanding, start storytelling. And you might be wondering what story to post, because if you're anything like me, and a lot of the over 40s I speak to, you've got a lot of responsibilities, you've built up a great reputation, and you've probably got some peers in the local community or in your world on LinkedIn. So there's so much more to lose as compared to when you're in your 20s, when it's a bit more fleeting and you can move around. And so when I was trying to figure out what to post, I thought it would be safe to chase the LinkedIn algorithm advice. Like a Labrador chasing a tennis ball, I'd post templates people gave me. I'd look at hashtag strategies. I do humble brags disguised as lessons. And do you know what? It felt really awkward. And I feel that people sensed that I felt awkward because frankly, it didn't work and I felt like they felt sorry for me. So I wanted to reach people and look professional and share authentic things. This wasn't going to work. And then one day, something really funny happened. I had a difficult conversation with my doctor about my health. I had high blood sugar. I was a little bit overweight, as you can see on the screen. And since then, I'd lost a lot of weight. And a lot of people were asking me, Mark, how did you do it? And so even though it's not my zone of expertise as a business coach, I made a post about it because I thought it was important and shared my journey just for those few people that asked. And to my surprise, loads more people resonated with it, commented on it, got a crazy amount of reach and messages and even clients. And that's when I realized the best way to reach clients was not just to speak about what I do, it's about sharing genuine human experiences that others can relate to and see themselves in. And this discovery completely transformed my approach to LinkedIn. And you might be wondering how to do this. And the best way is to post a simple before and after story. People can argue with facts, they can argue with statistics, but not with your own journey. It's yours, it's authentic, and you own it. And quite frankly, it's the best way to capitalize on all that water under the bridge, also known as age. And here's how to do it. Start the post by talking about what you experienced, because that's likely what your ideal clients are experiencing. Then in 2 or 3 steps, very simple language, just describe what you went through, what you did, and then finish it off with the result. If you can use a very simple before and after image, like I show with the 2 on screen, that's going to help it pop in the feed and people are going to start to see your journey in their journey. I promise it's a great way to get your LinkedIn going. Thank you for listening. And if you want even more tips, check here and see if we've got one of our live trainings scheduled, because I can give you live feedback on your content and your headlines below. Have a wonderful day.